Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing video of Thunderstone Quest Enemies Among Us. It's the newest Kickstarter that came out for the Thunderstone Quest franchise, produced by AEG and by Mike Elliott. As you can tell, this box is big. It is a big box, and the artwork on it, I would have to say, is my favorite overall. The reason why is because it's really showing off the different monsters that you're fighting, the Lick Priest, and then you also have like Linsha, you have Scythian, Regolin, all right here, Silver Helm as well. It's just a fantastic box overall, and there's a reason why they decided to go with that kind of artwork. I think it's fantastic, and it's a very heavy, physically heavy as well. I think it got weighted in about 14.5 pounds through the shipping. And the reason why is because of those plastic dividers. I know that some people have issues with them overall. Those plastic dividers, I guess about half of them were, you could say, watermarked with Marvel on it. There was a update on Kickstarter. The person that was taking over it said that they have no idea why that happened. It's unexplainable. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. It is a tightly fit box, and right out of the gate, here is our rulebook and quest book. And I would have to say, I have a couple gripes with this game initially prior to this release, and one of them was the quest. And these expansions that they were coming out with, they were reusing the same cards from the original game. And some of the cards that were coming with the new expansions, they didn't even recommend to play with what they were coming out with. It made no sense at all. So I am very excited to have these quests now, or campaign games, that are using all, if not all, of the new cards and none of the older cards. I am very happy that they did that, because it annoyed me quite a bit that this is expansion number 8, so to say, and they're using Silver Helm. It just made no sense to me at all. So over here you're going to see that we're seeing new stuff here. We have a new ally, the Riftling, and something that's really important over here we'll get into later is treacherous turncoats. You're actually going to be going against enemies that you're used to being your allies or your heroes. I think that is a really, really cool mechanic, and the rewards from beating those. So just a quick little overview of it all right there. Alrighty. Next we have Count Linder Mortas for barricade mode. He's dealing with a lot of corruption along with the other one. Marcel World Destroyer. If it sounds like I lost my voice a little bit, it's because I have, due to work. So, Scion Summoner for each unique hero class in your hand, counting each hero only twice, add a monster. Very, very good. Here are our two new barricade mode. We have Night Stalker and Riftwalker. And I'm just going to go and raise these up a little bit. You'll be able to pause this as you go through. And here's the back side of them. They're not bent, which is really nice. I have noticed that they're not bent like the previous Kickstarter. Those were so bad that I had to get them replaced, which they did in a timely manner. These ones, I'm going to be pretty happy with these. Here's our different dungeon tiles. Nice little insert. It's not going to hold a whole lot once they start coming out with additional, but it is nice that they have that there. It's a little hard to get out at first or put in, but it's not awful overall. You have the Broken Road here. Mixed Marsh. And I'm not going to stay too long in any certain tile. Again, more than welcome to pause and take a look at it. But I will turn the tiles. There's nothing there, I just got used to it. So a nice little level 3 treasure right there. I love the artwork. Artwork is pretty cool. Shallow Graves. This is another face down monster. You have to remember that when you're playing with those kind of tiles. Leveling up certain types of heroes. That's pretty cool. Dealing with a lot of corruption. The corruptions, there's quite a few of them as well. And the Foggy Forest. Awesome. So as I come up here, really not too bad overall. And let's go ahead and take a look inside here. And I think I'm going to have it turn this way right here. Alrighty, so these are your non-plastic dividers. These are your paper dividers of the different cards that are coming in this these two expansions, I should say. Over here, I didn't even realize that they were doing this, but I'm happy that they did this. They are doing some erratas with a couple of the bosses from the previous expansions. So they're saying that go ahead and put those ones away, store the old ones away. These are the new ones that you're going to want to use. And here's the other side as well. I have not yet played him. I know a lot of people were interested to see how he played. I'm still looking to do a recording of that. I just have not done it. And the lair. And then here's a notice of those cards to use. Michaela and I, we bought 600 of the Ultra Pro sleeves. And we were able to sleeve everything but Epic support. Everything but Epic support we were able to sleeve. The only things that we don't typically sleeve are the side quest, mainly because they don't need to be sleeved. They don't get to use too much, but everything else has been sleeved. Taking a look at a couple of these, I'm going to ruin. I already got these somewhat in alphabetical order, but you can see these are really nice. They don't bend as much or fray, especially when you're looking at the top of these. But here's one of them right here. And you can tell that there's not really a water print on these, which is nice. Something that really kind of irked me to some degree was, if I can find some monsters here. Yes, so here you have the Orcish Allies, the level 2. These are one of the new monsters. And then if you look at, let's see if I can find an original, which I'm probably not going to now that I've, here's Spider Tears. So you can see there's no original. So it looks like they used the same proofs as the original ones, and then they just use it for the plastic ones, which I feel was pretty lazy. I feel that they could have added that additional one as a nice little addition to the new Kickstarter. If they're going to go out of their way and print out new plastic ones, they could have gone into the files and added that 1, 2, or 3 level monster. So I'm not too... that was a little bit of a letdown, but it's not a huge letdown overall. It just would have been nice. Let's go ahead and look at our 2 different quests here, and I'm just going to look at the epic support because it'll be one of everything rather than continuously go through them all. So we'll go ahead and look at Darkness Rising. And what I love, and really appreciate about this expansion is that artwork is now, it's no longer one artwork for all levels of the hero. They're actually changing it because this person, you could say, is becoming cursed or transforming. Lanthrope, werewolf. I can't say the actual word, but I really appreciate that a lot. Overall, I really appreciate and like these expansions. I wasn't sure at first, but I am really enjoying it. Whoops, level 2. Again, I'm probably not going to go. So here we're dealing more with static cards, a fighter and wizard. I might actually use that one. Hopefully I can beat Michaela one of these days. She still thrumps me pretty good overall. Unfortunately, though, they did not do the change of the artwork for all of them. So I don't know what the decision is on that. But it's fantastic when they do, because then it's an easier way to, or more fun and a fun way to look at it all. Cleric Rogue, getting rid of those corruptions. Stelius the Dark, little halfling rogue. He's getting a little bit more corrupt and a little bit scary there, I would say. So they do it for most of them, just not all of them. Black Cat, fantastic ability overall, and the rogue keyword. You need rogue for so many dungeon tiles. It's extremely necessary to have that rogue keyword in your deck. You're gaining a corruption, but on dungeon ability, discard cards from your deck until 1 discard corruption added to your hand. Some corruptions are actually pretty good. Healing, here's a torch. Dance with the Devil. Fantastic artwork overall. Exorcist, almost looks like exercise, but not quite. Morning Dawn, another way, a little boost right there. A really nice ability right there. Balanced Staff, I really like this as well. It's a 2 skill plus 2 attack damage, but it can't wield other weapons. But if you have it with a high enough skill level, you can add additional damage to it. But with the Beast, a little magic damage, but you can add some physical as well. Pitchfork, I wish that was a 2 skill, but that's alright if it's a 3. -1 wound is incredible. Whip, and here's some of our monsters we're going against here. More swarms. I love this artwork, the possessed objects. It's really fantastic. Reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. This thing is just scary. The artwork, just fantastic. Pretty nasty ability there. So that'll be one that you're going to want to face if you want to get deeper into the dungeon. Boogeyman. Scarecrow, I really like him a lot. Werebear, Wereboar, Fish, Snake, Were-Tiger, Mortis Brides. Dealing a whole lot of corruption. 4 battle, -1 for each corruption you have. That'd be pretty nasty to me. Overall. So that is Quest 10. And then we have Quest 11, Marcel's Return, with epic support. And again, this is one that does not have a whole lot of artwork in between, or difference. Equipped weapons gain the bow keyword, which is pretty nice overall. Really good attack and skill. A Wizard Rogue. That's pretty powerful overall. Drawing different cards. I think for some reason I'm going to want to try to play her. I think she looks really cool. Has some good healing abilities. Sybil. Really nice. Manacles. Potion of Giant Strength. Riftling. Traveling Merchant. I think that's a really good ability as well. Really nasty stuff right there. And that's a really good ability right there. Aberrations, Demons, Undead. That's what you're going to be going up against. The Glaive. It's a bow edged weapon. I think this is a really good weapon I'm going to try to use. It does have 6 skill to wield, but +2 attack, 2 gold, a light, points at the end. Fantastic. The Midnight Katana. Ignoring those abilities, again, fantastic. I'm really liking these overall. More daggers. Now this is what's really cool, I think, overall, is now you're going up against these possessed protagonists. And if you see the spoils here, gain the legendary 2 hero of Anya. And that's going to be the theme for these different, you could say, possessed people here. And even the artwork is a little bit different as well, which shows their, corruption. So that is fantastic. I mean, I wish this was a little bit different, but I mean, Treacherous Turncoats is not really possessed, but instead just turned on us. Orcish Allies. And then here's some Undead, which I think is just fantastic overall. This is why I really bought this Kickstarter, was for this expansion overall. It is fantastic. Just kind of going through here a little bit, and then you have the Scions. These are swarms overall. We'll bring out those legendary as well, and they're right here. And you have the Void Blade, and so that's really powerful the deeper that you go. Here's a Rift Walker. Raglan level 2. So I really like how they're incorporating these heroes and letting them get into the game, even though they're not a hero you can get from the market or the guild quarters. This is a fantastic ability as well, as it should be since it's legendary. I find that it's interesting. It's just 1 point at the end, but hey, you know what? I'll take it. These are some great abilities. This is really cool. Lortrim, Dragon Blood. So, fantastic overall. And then Mortis Land. Draw a card if you have Corruption. And let's go ahead. I'm going to put those to the side here. Let's see if we can go ahead and find those corruptions. And I'll show you what's how many there are. And they're right here. As you can tell, there's quite a bit of them. And they're all different. There's 2 of each. So you have the Bloodlust here, which is going to give you a -2 health, -1 for armor. Destroy this corruption by destroying 3 iron rations as a village phase. And if you have it at the end, it's a -2. Claws. It's not bad overall. -1 skill point though, which would be rough for me. Dark Nature. So you can draw a card, but you only get -1 for defeating monsters. So it's something that you probably don't want too long, but you can destroy it by defeating level 2 monster with a cleric. I've not looked at all these corruptions. I've not looked at a lot of this in detail. The reason why is because I like to be surprised. I like to go into the game and just see it all and kind of gather it all. Something that this game is doing as it's adding these more corruptions is now you have to have a pile or a deck for your festering wounds, and now you need another pile for your corruptions. So the game is expanding on the table, which can be a problem for those that don't have the table space. Luckily, Michaela and I do, but that's not the case for everyone. So you keep in mind that this will increase table space. So that is the corruptions overall, and this is what it looks like here. So that is, in a sense, the unboxing video and what is in these this Kickstarter overall. I hope you like it. I try to keep it short and simple best I could. It looks like it's around 20 minutes. So, but there's quite to go through, or a bit to go through with the different cards. Look forward in the future for some playthroughs here and there. Michaela and I haven't played in a while, but with this new expansion coming out, we're definitely going to be getting this on the table sooner rather than later. Till next time, we'll see y'all. Take care.